Greetings, Bite Friends, Ben Pearson, the Roadster Tracker, and we're back with Factorio Nullius Maximus. Probably it's time to set up a new thing on the... Well, what am I trying to say? Wow, words not coming to me. Roadster, wake up. Like, we're trying to set up a new line, I think, on our bus that will deal with some things that we just can't really do otherwise. Why is this... Oh, it's probably unfulfilled. That's why. Interesting. So bulk rail loaders and unloaders look like they're cool, and I kind of want to try what these are. But they require some heavy stuff. Small chest 3's actually what we were looking for. Train upgrade supplier. Fuel in this chest. All trains in the rail network not using this tier of rolling stock will travel to the station and have outdated roll. Oh my. That is cool. So this basically, we can set up a train depot station and all of the trains will automatically come to be upgraded, although it's kind of a mixed bag with how we've set things up. Okay. May as well get this. Ducks. So we can weave things around a little bit better. Distribution 3. That's probably the more relevant one. Does unlock the better warehouses. Mass production 5. Inserter capacity would be quite nice, actually. We'll get all of this. But just to be clear, let's see. Truck 1 demonstration. So we have to actually build a truck. Consume 8 scout drones. What do we need to do scout drones? It's probably in the drone bid. So let's see. Motor tube, bearings, sensor node 1, small beacons, hangar 1s, missile launcher. Alright, so we'll have to build missile launchers. Sensor choose, robot frame, haste module, missile. Scout remote. So we're gonna need a remote. We'll need some of these scout drones too. Wonder how far of range that they actually have. I would also love to upgrade the sensor to sensor choose. What's it gonna take to do that magic? Sensors are so many different things that we need to do. So we need sensor choose, optical glass. Hard glass is actually needed on this. Well, hang on. So let's start with this. Sensor choose. Optical cable. Titanium tetrachloride. And oxygen. These have to be done on a nanofabricator. Lamp choose. Really? There's a lamp 2. Sodium. Green wire. Lamp 1, hard glass, ceramic powder, compressed argon. Okay. So... don't know that we can do that in this area. This is kind of where we have been building that kind of stuff. But we're running out of space here, is the problem. Oh, our last machine is dead. Wow, a momentous stay indeed. I'm gonna move this to here. And then we're gonna delete all of this. So sand is just very limited, and we're not throwing any of it out. That's the thing. Oh my. Since sand is so limited and we don't really think we want to, let's take care of that problem first. What we're gonna do is not use sand for some stuff that we don't need sand for. Don't need to use something else for. Sorry, that didn't make any sense at all. Let's try that again. What we're gonna do is use imported items where we can. So glass now, let's rely purely on the remote stuff. So that actually gives us another assembly line too. Let's just kill this whole line right here. No more will that line exist. Okay. Don't know what we'll do with this. We'll let that happen. Once all of this stuff has happened, then we'll fix this intersection. Okay. That's good. Lamp 2s, do we want to make those? Where do we want to make those? The fact that we have compressed argon as a need kind of indicates we should make it to the left. Because argon is not something here. Well, what about... Yeah, at some point in time we're going to have an electronics site. Electronic making outpost. We've been putting it off. It might be time to do that. That's going to be a lot of craziness. But it's probably a good thing at this point in time. All right. Monocrystal silicate is not being produced at all. Or is it? No, we have a full shipment. So what are these guys lacking? Epoxy? Well, why do we have no epoxy? Oh, the caustic solution? No. Chlorine? Really? We should put some sensor coverage somewhere in this vicinity. We can wait though. With the upgraded sensors that we're going to be building, then it'll be helpful. All right. before we go too far, let's do another audit of the bus to see what we can get rid of that's being sent on the bus. Because some partial things, if we can find them that don't get continued later on, then that will help. Like this pumps and outfalls, that's a good candidate. Where do we use this last? Here? That's further than I would have guessed, so we'll keep it, that's fine. Let's see, what else could there be? Meh. Let's put in a request for large tank chews, just because we can. May as well have some in our inventory. We don't need the iron rods, that, crucibles. There's either. None of that is important. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. So, let's look at our current electronics outpost. So we need graphite. Well, everything here. Except for these are outputs. Stone brick. We don't get stone brick on the bus. Do we need the stone brick itself? I don't think so. Yeah, stone brick is just a waste. Rubber is another thing we don't have shipped available. Everything else we do. I just wanted to see, is the caustic actually, it is starting to fill up this one, and how about here? We really do need another train. There's so many different problems. Let's do the new train stuff first. So that we need to bring lubricant across. So it looks like we started to bring it to here. Then where's the best aim point? I'm gonna say right there is a pretty good one. Lubricant is pretty full. Let's go with blue pipes. Okay. Just to get through some of the lengthy sections. Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay. So I think this is where we put the new stuff on the bus. This will be a fairly short supply line. Or, hang on. Do we do something different? So let's see, bearings, the sensor one, steel cable. Steel cable bearings are the two biggest things that are not in this area. We could get steel cables into here, and we could get bearings into here pretty easily, though. This would not be particularly challenging to do. Let's check. We didn't do sensors here, though. Sensors really come much further down the line, and the way that we have our bus set up, then it's not really a good possibility. So let's just do this. We'll use our first new space in a while. Okay. And there's the cut line. Then let's see. Steel cables and bearings are the two absolutely crucial. And we want this here. I don't think we want the steel wire though, so let's do this. Well, fudge. I'm off by one. Okay. Let's drop all of this stuff into supplies. Go find some good homes for it, robots. I trust you. There's not a lot of sodium here. That's kind of interesting, actually. Sodium fundamentally is not being made because of the chlorine. Chlorine is supposed to be used here, but it's not because of the rutile. The rutile is not being produced because too much sludge. Whoa. Let's go ahead and put another tank here. But obviously sludge processing is kind of bad right now. The only thing we seem to be able to do is to convert it to sulfuric. Well, this is fine, but the problem with this is what? We're just jammed up. Oh, no caustic solution. And there's no caustic because... well, these bars will help a little bit the problem. We do make it all the way down to the end. All of these machines do work. So we could upgrade to here. We'll do a little bit of selective blue upgrades. That should help the problem some. Yeah. What was the blue loaders, by the way? Small chest 3s. Yes. We'll need those. Okay. So that's the cable. Then we need the bearing is the next thing. Bearings will come down here. Don't need the pipe. So let's just do this. What about sensors? Was that something that we needed? Thought it was. Sensors are... Oh, there, we already got those. Those are antennas. Antennas are pretty useful for a lot of things too. Okay. Let's put the steel cables and the bearings on the same line. Okay. So then we'll start building here. Let's see. It's probably just a standard assembler. Yep, medium or large. Either works just fine. You know, hang on. This toolbar is not particularly useful, is it? Honestly, well, I don't need these at all. Furnace ones can go away. Small furnace twos, we also don't need those. Crusher ones, what's more useful? It's like the loaders are more useful, right? We use those all the time. These upgraded inserters. Even the radar tower, for crying out loud, would be more useful. We could do wind turbine 2s. What else? We'll think about it. Okay. Anyways, you're building cargo wagon 2s. Actually, let's have the cargo wagon 2s be in the middle. And you're gonna still rotate. Well, maybe we'll have it here. Let's do it like this. Then you're gonna do locomotives. What are locomotive 2s are in a large assembler? Oh my. Alright, so let's build a large assembler. What about the fluid wagon 2s? Cargo wagon 2, fluid wagon 1, small tank 2. We're gonna have to make those. But that's all just order up stuff. Generator 2 and refueler. Refueler I actually have request. Cargo wagon 2 will be able to get. Generator 2 will have to make. Sensor 1 is also here, and motors. Okay, so the only thing that we'll need for those are motors. Okay. And let's put this here. And then I'll pull from this direction. Maybe I have Gen 2s. Okay. Let's see. We will need to pull from here, of course. Let's put this actually below. So you're gonna pick up from here, you will drop off below. And then the red chest can go there. And then let's just continue this, pick up there. You're gonna be limited to 2. And then you can do fluid wagons. Which is gonna be pure order from the network. Okay. Oops. Control Z. Fudge. Let's try this again. Cargo wagon 2. Copy paste. Okay. That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and set all of this. And then let's dump what we've got in here. The tank 2s, we'll have to figure those out in a bit. Okay. Well, we'll get this sorted in a scooch. So you should be able to blue belt down, yes. And we'll just move these guys to here and then one to there. So we can continue the lubricant down. Not that I think it's very likely that we're gonna have a lot else. Good, good, good. Ah, thank goodness. We'll need the power pole about there. One is fine, 2's there, and then one for the locomotives. Excellent. Okay. Progress. Oh, the motors are needed here. Hang on. We do have some motors around, but we need to get motors down there. Okay. We'll just feed you motors like this. Beautiful. Now, I'm pretty confident this is all going to keep working for a little while, and pretty soon we will have... Look at this! Fluid wagon 1s. Now, small tank 2s, what do we need for those? Signal receivers. That seems like the kind of thing we should probably make. We can do new compressors. Yeah, we may as well do those. Those are just sensor 1, so we could do them right here, actually. Combustion chamber 3s will require ceramic powder. Must be large. So let's see, drop off is here, your pickup is there. And then 1 stack is probably enough for those. While we're thinking about it, how's this looking? Okay, the amount of compressed nitrogen is basically negligible. This entire structure is finally ready for cleansing. But we'll have to go over and do it manually because otherwise the tanks will end up everywhere. Relief valves. No, we get relief valves. Yeah, we have those shipped to us. Yeah, the only thing that would not is sensor 1s. Yeah, it's okay. Let that keep going. Let's get this extended down. What else can we make along this belt? Nope, definitely not. No. So, thermal tank 2's crucible, transformer, heat pipes, thermal tank 1's insulation we don't have, Euclidic salt box. What is that? Soda ash, crust limestone, and nitric acid. Oh boy. Well, that's fun. So that means that soda, we're going to have to do better with this. And that's maybe our chance to make our new formula that will do all sorts of cool, great, grandiose things. Okay. Well, what about rubber? We haven't looked at the rubber formula for a while. We do have a new rubber. Butadiene, acrylonitrile, and solvent. But styrene is one of our problems. What could we do with the styrene? It's all just compressed stuff, right? Okay. Do have, yeah. It's all basically compressed stuff. But let's see here. Nitric acid, I mean, it's styrene. What can we do with the styrene? Styrene is just ethane and benzene. Wait a sec. Styrene is something that comes from benzene fundamentally, and we make styrene. We don't need to crack it. So what we need to crack is the benzene. But what was that new rubber formula? Hang on. Butadiene, acrylonitrile, and solvent. So what's the butadiene formula? Ethane and steam. So we'll never even need the benzene, and benzene we can burn if it comes down to it. It's not that big of a deal, but yeah, let's switch to the new formula. And we'll ship it out. We can add a couple stations here. That's no big deal. And then we're going to set up an electronics factory. I don't know where, but I think we'll do most of the electronics setup next time. I think ceramic powder is going to have to go on this bus, though. Hard glass, we might be able to get away without it. But slowly but surely, all of the major ingredients are becoming available. The raw stuff. At the very least. Oh, we do need to power this. Okay. So little sand being produced. Yeah. So the glass, let's go refactor that a little bit, and then crucibles are the next thing that's going to become a problem. This is actually fine. Problem is this is our lubricant. Oh boy. What can we do? Lubricant, it has to come through here, but we could take these bars from somewhere else. We do produce those bars actually already over here. And we have a full shipment. That might be a possibility. But obviously, just the sand is not very high. Interesting. Okay. Anyways, let's go do this new rubber formula. Why? Saying it's full. Or is it power? No. Output is full. But none of the... Oh, that output's full. Duh. We just need to get rid of some of the caustic solution, but okay. We do have the neutralizer still. So as the neutralizer, we have full saline. Let's go do something real quick with that. Because our normal type of pattern, whoops, let's switch this to medium tank 3s, please. Would be to do this, so that way, you know, the output for something that's pretty resource constrained is very much put up there. So that's gonna burn some, well, it's gonna burn some of the hydrochloric acid is the problem. but it will also burn some other stuff. The caustic solution, do we have adequate sinks for it? We do. So why? That's right, we needed the better train to get the caustic solution in place faster. Okay, I'm gonna set up an order for all of the new train parts. And we will upgrade this train. Locomotive 2. Cargo wagon 2. Fluid wagon 2. Fluid wagon 2s though won't be produced yet because we don't have the tanks. I mean, the locomotive 2 though would help things theoretically. And then let's take all of the originals and we're going to trash them. So I never did put in an order for fluid tank 1s. We can empty that out. Okay. So we need small tank 2s. What did the small tank 2s require? Here. Small tank 1, medium tank 3s. That's it. So let's get those going and then we'll be talking. We'll upgrade several of the trains here when that happens. Maybe even put in the train update station, who knows. The refueler trains, I remember making those train stations, so let's make sure that that actually worked, because the fact that we don't have any locomotive 2s is kind of interesting. Not there. Hang on, let's see. Right there. Oh, that's fuel station. What's refueler? Yeah. Refueler is something different. Okay, pump 2, rubber, and filter inserter 2s. So that's another thing that we need to make. All right. Pump 2s, I don't think we have a whole lot of those that are made. Where could we put this? Where could we put this? So we're looking for rubber and pump 2s. Filter inserter 2s. We can request those. I don't care about that. Pump 2s, if we have to, we'll request those. I mean, it's just rubber. Yeah, let's just do it like right here. What size do they need to be made? Small assembler is perfectly fine. Okay. So we're gonna do this, pick up there, and then these guys we're gonna request remotely. We'll add those to my toolbar. I only ever want one stack of these. Okay. That'll do. We'll go ahead and give it some pumps just to get it started. So that will be the train. Now, let's see. We have small tanks that are over by the barrels. Let's go ahead and do... Probably do these with a small... It's gotta be small, right? Okay. We'll put this here and copy paste. And let's do 2 of these just to give a little bit of a buffer. Okay, beautiful. Now we should have our fluid train, so we should be up to fully upgraded trains now, I'm hoping. Hopefully. Hopefully. At least there will be eventually. Now, fluid tank 1. Wait. Well, that helps. Okay, now we're talking. So the refuelers are coming. Generator 2s we also need. What's a generator? 2 is combustion chamber 2, closed turbine 2, generator 1, large cargo pod. I think... Do we make large cargo pods? We don't, they're easy enough. I think this is just a fully mail order thing. So fully mail order, let's put it somewhere around here. Oh, this is pumps too. Ew. And that's a decent supply point, okay. What does it need? Small assembler is fine. It's a generator 2. We're gonna put... Copy paste. Don't really want that much. And large cargo pods are not there. Okay. So let's see. Large cargo pods need to be a medium assembler. Not a huge surprise. But I'm pretty sure all of these ingredients are available. So we're gonna kill that order. Yes, everything there is available. So that will do for the generators. Woohoo! Choo choo! All of those pumps, and we have tons of them. Why don't you come here so that when we need our small tank 2s, then we'll be fine. Okay. What's next? Truck. Missile launcher again. Alright, so missile launcher is obviously something we're gonna need. Sensor 1, pipe 2, gun 1. Gun 1's rubber, steel wire we actually do need. still. The rubber... Somewhere where we have steel cable... Well... Let's think about this. First of all, let's look at our steel cable line, and there's only a couple of places we tap off. We do actually have steel wire right here. Do we have rubber anywhere near here? We have the pipes. We do have rubber. Oh, good. We got everything we need. Now we get to play some pipe spaghetti. Or some, not pipe spaghetti, some crazy spaghettiness. The gun... Let's just take it here. Did not think we were going to be making weapons in this run. I'm okay with this though. Steel plate, steel wire, steel gear. There's steel plate. So where's the steel gears? Right there. Beautiful. We got everything we need right here. And then the steel plate, we'll do an offshoot as well. Okay, let's do here. Okay. So you are making guns, and then this is going to be rocket launchers. Missile launcher. Missile launcher we know we're going to send out to various places. Guns, I'm not really convinced that we are. I will go ahead and put a requester chest just to get some stuff here. These need sensors and the pipes. So the pipes are here. Okay. Then the sensors... Actually, do not request the pipes. Guns in the very unlikely event that anything gets in there, sure. But these guys we do know have a few recipes, so... Sensors? Getting them down there is not gonna be a joke. We do have our stuff now. Very nice. A cargo wagon, we actually want 10 of these. Okay. What next? What next? Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Sensors are... should be here. This is another one that's probably can be removed. I don't think we're going to use medium tank ones, and we don't really use those green valves anymore. It tends to be more sophisticated valves when we do. Pipe ones might be, but I think we're more likely to use that stuff. Okay. Where are you, sensors? There, antennas. Okay, so it's actually just right here. This isn't gonna be so bad. Okay. Okay. No, we really do need this to go somewhere else. How are we gonna do this? Well, okay, let's do this. Put you here. Okay, this should do. I'm okay with that anyways. Okay. You know what? I'll take it. If we need steel cables, we'll figure something out. Actually, let's just shift these guys. So I want this one to be the near. Good. So let's get rid of some stuff. Okay. So now we're making these missile launchers. Woohoo! Okay. I think that's enough for this episode. Next episode, I think we're going to do the new rubber formula and we'll see how things go from there. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Let me know whatever questions or comments you guys have. I appreciate everything you do. Until next time, keep on tracking. Take care. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.